Dorchester on Thames in Oxfordshire. You can come down here to see some alpacas and have a nice coffee and a sandwich or a bit of breakfast or whatever you want. Dorchester on Thames in Oxfordshire. Come and see the alpacas, our kids. Come and see them. They'd love to see you. That big little building there as well. Looks like an old house that was very important. Oh dear. I'm going to walk you down through the village. Got a bit of beef there. Hanging around. What, you got beef? You got beef. Oh. We're just chilling. Don't watch us. Don't worry, I don't watch you. I will eat you one day though, yeah? Make good use. Here's a little secret. We eat way too much food that is our food's food. Stop eating leaves and plants. Let the ruminant animals do that. Anyway, should have a little talk again. Should have a little talk about the United Kingdom Limited. We could do that. Did you know the United Kingdom is not only a country, but it's also a company, and you can check it out on Companies House. It's called United Kingdom Limited, like you can Boris Johnson Limited or David Cameron Limited. All the politicians are incorporated, their names, their birth names. And when you look up who owns them, Boris Johnson Limited, for instance, you'll see it's a guy called David Coates of Coates Bank, i.e. the big banks hold all the politician names. Your name is your trust. A trust is where you put everything. Well, your name holds everything. Remember that. Everything you hold is in your name. So if you do not own your name or have any control over your name, then how on earth do you control or own anything? In fact, you're taking full responsibility and full liability for something that you have absolutely no control over. When would you do that in your whole life, ever? When would you ever do that? When would you take full responsibility and liability for something that you have absolutely no control over at any other time in your life other than with your name? You do not hold anything for your name, no lawful documents. Everything you hold is a legal document. And remember, legal is for corporations. It's only for companies. Legal does not apply to men and women. It is only for corporations. Legal is for corporations. Remember that. You're doing something illegal, it's corporation. You're doing something legal, it's corporation. It's all trading. Maritime law, the law of the sea. Anyway, we're in Dorchester on Thames in Oxfordshire. The little man on his wheel. Looks like he's carrying another scooter. And we've got a nice little book share facility going on here. Do we have anything of any interest? Do like a book? Anything of any interest here? Selling. Can't see anything. Always interested in a few law books. Nothing here though. You never know. Always worth a little look. The book of knowledge, but is it really knowledge? Anyway, not much in there. You see around here we've got lots of really, really old houses. This is proper traditional England right here. Look at these old properties. Beautiful detail, nothing like the New World. See, the New World, they call it modern design. It's not. Well, they call it minimalistic. It's just a lack of design, like what they used to do in the old days, eh? How beautiful. All that thought went in. All now completely gone in the name of minimalisation, minimalist, mid-century modern, aka zero design, the way they like it. We just want everything the same. Yes. What's the name of that place? Wallington Lane Cottage and Magnolia Cottage. Beautiful. Proper little country. I guess you could call this a village. Dorchester on Thames. I haven't done my research. I believe this is a little village. I know this area reasonably well. I used to come here decades ago. And yeah, it's just a little pass through. Nice little spot. And as I say, some very interesting traditional architecture around here. The way they used to do things in the good old days. Northgate House. That old gable end. Cool, really interesting. No, it is actually. It's really old and really battered and weathered and Very in keeping. Bit of an overhang there, almost like the bit on top was a bit of an afterthought that, oh, we'll just put that bit up on top as well. But I love that. I love that. The imperfect, perfect architecture. Now we get into the centre, we have a co-op here. A few dingy looking, slightly more modernistic flats, dare I say. Modernistic. Tragic. Not in keeping at all. Not in keeping at all. You see again, what we call chocolate box thatches. Beautiful little properties. Over the road we see the White Hart Hotel. Resist but walk over here to have a little look at this, because this little turning on, this one here on the right looks a little bit like a fire station with the doors on the front there, but I love this wood trim around the windows. Obviously this is heading down in some little nook or cranny. What a beautiful property there, all interconnected. These roofs there. Look at that. Beautiful, eh? And over the road we see the Dorchester Hotel.